Welcome to my studio. This is my happy place, and those of you who know me now, well, I hope, know that I've been doing my 365 days in the life of a miniaturist, and I have finished my 365 days. And I hope that you've enjoyed it, because I certainly have, and I know that I've learnt a lot over this last year, and I hope that you have as well. Now, I will be going forward in pretty much the same format, but perhaps not every day. I think to give my work some, to make it better, I need to spend a little bit more time and not rush through things too much. And so I'll probably be settling down into a pattern of perhaps once every 2 or 3 days. But whatever I'm doing, it'll be interesting. And it'll be different, hopefully. And my magazine will continue to carry on. And I cover off other different things in my magazine. So I'm not just repeating what I'm doing on the YouTube channel in my magazine. I'm actually, in the next issue, covering off the 1960s and 70s. And on my YouTube channel here, I'm into the Victorian era. So I'm really time traveling all over the place. Now, my next video is about the room box by Brooke Tucker, and I will show you how I've been progressing on that. Right, today I've decided to do the upholstery on the seat in this room box of Brooke Tucker's. And so in the picture, it has a cushion and it has a padded back, and the arm sits on top of the white base. So I've got to take that into account when I do it. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a piece of foam board to make the cushion. And I've also cut a new piece of foam board for the back, because the back was badly foxed and I couldn't get rid of the mould. I have washed everything else down, and everything else seems to be okay. So now I'm just going to do my cushion. So for my cushion on my settee, I'm going to cover a strip of foam board. Just got to work out which one it is now. It must be that one. And I'm just going to use a fairly nice slightly figured white cloth. And for the seat, I'm making it very plain because I want to put really nice cushions on it, and so all my work will be covered up if I did anything fancy. I'm just going to slice across the corners, making sure I don't cut them too fine. I nearly always do. Just cut across here. And here, oops, I think I might have done that a bit fine. Okay, and so I'll do the ends first. Oh, don't you hate it when your glue dries, when you turn your back? Now, there we go. So, foam board makes quite nice cushions because, and you know, I haven't left myself enough room. I knew that was going to happen. Bring it down a bit more, because it keeps its shape nicely and it's softish, and nobody's going to know if your dolls are going to have sore bottoms. It just looks good. It looks nice and neat, and because of the straight lines, when you put a piece of piping along it, it looks stunning. So sometimes you've just got to think about looks, not comfort. Anyway, it's soft enough for them. Right, Just get this one done. Now, when I was measuring up for the size of this cushion pad, I took it into account about 1 millimetre thickness on either side for the material to fold around, and also the back and the front. So hopefully it won't be too tight fitting. Now I've got that done and that done. And I'm going to glue and pinch the corners. And that's fraught for difficulties because sometimes you make a mess. Right. That's the start of the cushion. Now the back of the seat is that piece. It butts up against the column and the back of the seat, and it's got a front pad which sits slightly over the cushion like that. So I'll cover this piece. Now I was going to, and I'm still thinking about it, I'm just thinking I hope I don't make it up. I was wanting to put little buttons, button this back, but again I think I might be creating problems for myself. So I'm just going to do it. No, I did allow some material to do that, so I just might still do that. I'll just get a little bit of padding and put over the top, and then I'll just gently do some buttoning. So in preparation for my seating, I have covered the other one, which is the seat, and now I'm doing the back rest, and it's going to be slightly puffy, I've decided. And so I've marked out some holes on the back, and I'm going to be taking my needle through them, picking up some material on the other side, put a small bead on it and pull it back through, and just create a little bit of a puff. Not a serious one, just one that will take the plainness off the back, basically. So I have a needle threaded up, ready to go, and I shall take it through the back, pick up a bead. Now this is very tricky with my hands, but this should inspire people that have got arthritis, that you can do anything you put your mind to. And I'm just going to make sure material's straight, take it back. It doesn't have to be back through the hole, it's better than it wasn't. And I'm just going to pull it a little bit so that it makes a little indentation. Can you see that? It's a bit hard to see it, but it's there. So that's good. Just turn over and just do a little kind of a knot here to keep it firm. Oops, I've done something wrong there. And then I will go on to the next one. Oh, I won't do a little knot. I'll do another little quick stitch through the same bead. This is just to start me off. Come back up. So I'll just keep going along here. Do another one to show you. Through the back. Get a little bead. Take it back through. And you can see it's making quite a pleasing little puffy bit. So I shall continue to do that. I don't ask you to watch me do the whole thing painfully, and I will come back to you when I'm just about finished. Okay, so I have done 3 rows of little beads just to break up the plainness of the cushion on the back, make it look a little bit puffy, just like that. You see the light on it. And now I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to glue down the edges so that we can put it in place. Now, I'll just unstick my stopper. Right, so we'll just get that on there. I was going to do the ends first. Right, do the ends first. I have left plenty of little threads on the back. I don't want it to come undone, and I have left myself generous little tails in case it does loosen off a bit. Right, so we'll get these sides done. Pull that tight. Flick it over, see it's doing it all right, doing the right thing. And do one more along here. Pull that tight. Get that done. And I'm going to glue these together and then I'm going to trim them. I find, well, I can fold them, doesn't matter. I could fold them, but there's a bit much there. A bit too much. You know, I've never really mastered the art of really neat corners. I'm never happy with them. And you're going to say, oh, I can see why. Just get that a bit glued so that it doesn't fray. And a bit there. Get a bit of glue off my finger. Okay, that's not bad. We can handle that. So now I'll have to take you over to my room box and show you it all fitting together. Okay, so I've just glued my cushion onto the backboard and it's going to be glued into place. I've glued this one onto the base of the seat. And I've glued the armrest onto the pillow and the pillow to the floor. So I think that I've done the right thing. So the next thing I'm doing is I'm going to be gluing the back onto here, getting everything fairly tight. It has a nice piece of polished wood that goes along the top. And then on the top of that sits the little balustrade thing, which will be sitting on the piece of wood, like so. And then I shall have to make an aspidistra, won't I, to go on my pillow. So I'm quite happy with today. It's been a little bit onerous. I've had to do a whole lot of other things, plus go to the dentist. Nobody wants to do that. But it's all looking pretty good now, and I shall look out for some really nice little cushions to put on that seat. And I'm also going to put a piece of white cord along that edge so that it finishes it off nicely so it doesn't look odd. So the next time you see it, it'll look really swish. And hopefully I will have my lights, my candles for my mirrors, because I'm just waiting for them to arrive. They've been ordered and the painting looks really nice. So all is going along nicely at the moment. So I shall see you again shortly. So I hope that kept you enthralled. I have to apologise for my camera work. It's pretty shoddy at times, I must admit. I get my hand in the road, and I also forget where I am on my workplace because I get so interested in what I'm doing. But I hope that you got the gist of what I was doing, and I'm quite pleased with the result. So we will carry on in that room box tomorrow. We'll finish the room divider, which is quite tricky, and it's very fragile. I've had to mend it already, and I haven't even put it up yet. And we shall see how that happens tomorrow. So I shall see you then.